The Arcturian Group, May 25, 2014, by Marilyn Raffaele. To sign up for this newsletter, go to www.onenessofall.com, or click the link below this video. Greetings people of dear planet Gaia. We observe light shining ever more brightly as more and more awaken to new ways of seeing the world and their place in it. This is evolution, dear ones, the changes, the opening to new ideas and higher ways of understanding normal everyday life issues. Spiritual ascension is not normally a sudden blinding flash that leaves you ascended, although this has happened for a few individuals who had already attained this consciousness in another lifetime. Ascension is a state of consciousness that has been attained through the myriad experiences of many lifetimes lived in the energies of duality and separation. From these experiences, the soul learns and grows until at some point he moves beyond having to learn in this way and begins to be taught from within. You are at that place now, dear ones. Take your quest for answers into meditation and ask your questions there. Ask for more light, more understanding, and more awareness, but avoid asking for things, because when you ask for things you are automatically stating that you don't have, and are creating don't have. Answers may come directly in meditation for those attuned to hearing the still, small voice, but usually unfold afterwards, under the fruit stage of the meditation. Answers will come in ordinary ways that can be understood and related to. For instance, your answer may appear as a book that somehow comes to you, or may be heard in a chance statement someone makes. Frequently answers and ideas will pop into your head while doing something as mundane as washing dishes, for often that is the only time the mind is quiet enough to hear the inner voice. If you wish to hear, it is important to keep yourself free of constant noise and confusion. Many are unable to recognize or hear the solutions they have asked for, because they keep themselves in a state of continual noise and distraction and then wonder why they do not get answers. If you would hear the still small voice, then you must live and go about your work in a quiet, centered way, one ear always opening to hear. This does not mean you cannot have fun, visit with people, dance and live life, but we speak of those who choose to go through every waking moment with headphones on, texting, and generally living completely outside of themselves. You see, dear ones, spiritual connections are often portrayed in your media as a powerful psychic event with lots of bells and whistles. Spiritual connections are almost always experienced in quiet and seemingly ordinary ways, which the spiritually alert will recognize, but at the same time causing those expecting bells and whistles to believe that they have somehow failed. If you are sincere in your seeking for more light on any topic, the answers and ideas will always come, and will come in a way you can understand. The artist will not receive new and creative ideas in the form of a scientific breakthrough, nor will the surgeon seeking a new technique receive the idea for a new painting. Mind will translate your answer, divine completeness, in forms that resonate with your individuality. There may be lessons needing completion or old beliefs needing to be let go of before that which you are seeking can manifest, but your choices and intentions are always heard, for you are seeking from your higher self. You, Arcturian Group wishes to speak of the facets of love. Every activity of daily living is a facet of love, since love in its truest sense is the energetic connection between the many within the one. Individual actions vary according to the interests, chosen lesson, and state of consciousness of the individual. All actions for, or to self and others, compassion, forgiveness, understanding, service, and all forms of work and business are in reality facets of love because of the interconnectedness of all within one. Gratitude is the return flow of love expressed. Every activity of life experienced in the third dimension on Earth is in reality the material sense of the spiritual reality. All activity between life forms reflects the energetic connection in, and of the one. There is nothing else. The actions of interconnectedness become not love in the usual sense, when interpreted and acted out by global and personal states of consciousness fully enmeshed in beliefs of duality and separation. The energetic connection of each soul to every other soul within the one can never change. But when this truth is misinterpreted by those who believe all life forms to be separate, it manifests in ways that reflect this belief: rape, abuse, animal cruelty, and war, etc. Once an individual evolves into his true identity and begins to realize the interconnectedness of all life, he no longer resonates with the activities of the unawakened lower densities, activities based in separation. As you lift yourselves, You lift the world, dear ones, for every truth known and integrated adds more light to universal human consciousness that contains every ideal or belief of mankind, no matter how absurd. The light through you is automatically dissolving the shadows. Third-dimensional thought forms and beliefs which in reality have no law to support them, but through belief in them, have held mankind in bondage. Thoughts and ideas floating into your thinking from the universal world consciousness are always impersonal. Never claim them as yours even if they seem to be coming from within you. Each individual is more receptive to certain types of impersonal beliefs because of past life experiences. Some may find themselves more receptive to universal concepts of health and disease, while others may be more receptive to beliefs about relationship. Overwhelming fears like fear of water or heights also indicates energy still held in cellular memory from some past life experience, causing them to be more receptive to all the beliefs floating about regarding these issues. Once these impersonal beliefs find a home in individual consciousness, they will then manifest outwardly, for you are creators. Outer manifestations are your guideposts, dear ones, indicating to you what needs to be looked at and released within your belief system. Try not to feed these thoughts, but use them as tools. The spiritual journey is about taking back the power that you have ignorantly given to anything outside of yourselves. Be it words, thoughts, people, books, beliefs, things, traditions, teachings, or anything regardless of how it may have served you in the past. It does not mean you will not have these things, but it means you have removed the power for good or bad from them. Knowledge and evolution may come through these things, but not from them. Actions taken in that past when ignorant of truth have only the power you give them, so begin to release all negative emotions of guilt, anger, regret, etc., which have their rise in the third-dimensional belief system. If there is someone you need to forgive or who needs to forgive you, then do it inwardly or outwardly and move on. Now the time of clearing once and for all any lower resonating energies you may still hold so you can move into the higher frequencies of light and love. You are alone with your God, and that realization is all the power you will ever need. Evolving on Earth has been difficult because lifetime after lifetime has been lived in an energy of duality and separation, but remember that you chose it because it is a well-tempered and powerful being that emerges from the fire. You are now ready to move into trust and a realization of oneness. It is a letting go, and this can be difficult and frightening. Always remember that nothing, no person, no event, no activity, or even death can separate you from what you are and always have been regardless of any appearances. Just love, dear ones, just live always in the recognition that all are an end of the one, and this realization will guide your every action. Let go of the need to plot and plan everything and allow your inner self guide you gently minute to minute, day to day, activity to activity. When you become aware of the activities of the unawakened, visualize that tiny flame in their hearts they themselves are unaware of. Take whatever human footsteps you may be guided to take, and then move on. This is love, the activity that flows from a recognition of everyone's true identity. We are the Arcturian group.